guys, what is up? It is GVKcollectibles, and welcome to another Freaky Figure Review Friday. As y'all know, we're taking a look at monster and horror figures this month, and I figured let's take a trip back to 1987 as we take a look at Ultimate Ash from Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn. As I said today, guys, we'll be taking a look at Evil Dead 2 Ultimate Ash. So this is Ash from the beginning of the movie. There are two separate Ultimate figures. There are actually three, I think, ultimately. There is this guy who is the, Ash throughout the first part of the film. There is the 2-pack with one of the deadites, I forget what his name is, and Ash from the final battle, of course, so it's the Ash that we all know. And there is that Walmart exclusive that came out, I want to say 2018 or 2017, I believe. I can't remember exactly what the date was, but I think it was a 2018. It was just this style packaging, but in red and black. That was only available at Walmart, but I think it's become widely more available, at Target and stuff, but I'm not completely sure on that. But anyway, here you got the front packaging of the Ultimate Ash, which looks really, really cool. It's kind of a cool take, because it's essentially the iconic poster from 2, with the skeleton with the eyes. You got Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn, but you also get, kind of the woods here, wooded area, and, the kind of light, which I really, really appreciate. It looks really, really cool. Then you get the side with Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn, with the cabin right there, which looks really, really awesome. Then you get the top, of course. You got Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn. Really, really cool packaging. I think this is actually a older figure, technically, so it is really, really interesting. But you get all the credits right there. We'll get a close-up of those just so you all know who works on these figures. And you got Neca, Real Toys, Studio Canal. Then we get to the back of the figure. Then you get a little read-up right here, which is really, really cool. I'll pause for a minute to get that real quick. Then you get a lot of production shots of Ash and also what he comes with, which is really, really cool. Then also you open up the packaging and you got Ash right here. You got the Necronomicon and everything, all the accessories that he comes with in the figure. Then a cool production shot along with the really, really, I don't know who does it, but Neca does a really, really good job of the model building. When they're displaying these figures, it looks super, super awesome. I really love the look and detail here with that shot right here. So with that out of the way, let's get Evil Dead Ash out of the packaging and see how he is. Alright, and here we have Evil Dead 2 Ash, just his normal way, the normal way he looks before he gets the chainsaw for the hand. As you can tell, he's got the hand cut off. And I gotta say, I believe this is an older figure. I could be wrong. I think it may have came out in 2014, I believe. I'm not completely sure, but I'll put a correction above just to make sure that I got the date of when this figure originally came out, because this is actually a re-release of that particular figure, because this figure was relatively hard to find in some places. But I gotta say, for an older Ultimate style figure, it is a pretty damn good Ultimate figure of Ash from Evil Dead 2, and I particularly like this one. I like a lot of the accessories he comes with, including the alternate head sculpt. I actually really, really like that one, and I think it may be the one I go with. We'll get a closer detail, of course, as always with most of these head sculpts, but I do like all the accessories that come with it. Also, not to mention, this actually kind of coincides really well, because they actually, NECA fully revealed, they had been teasing it for about a month, they fully revealed the NECA Evil Dead 1 figure, which is really, really exciting, because it is a lot different comparative to Ash from the original film itself. So, as I said, he does come with a few accessories. And let's jump into some of the accessories really quickly. And as I said, Ash comes with a few accessories. The first one is the recording device that has that is ultimately the harbinger of doom for Ash and Linda and everybody who eventually gets to the cabin. It is the one that opens the Book of the Dead and brings the deadites back into the world, which is really, really cool. I actually really, really like it. I love how it's really well detailed. You could tell it's definitely a suitcase, which is really, really cool. I really, really enjoy that. It's got the slants right here, which is really, really good. This is a great little sculpted piece, I gotta say. It's really, really cool. I really love how it is included with this this set, so yeah. And the next is, of course, the Necronomicon itself. I actually don't... so here, I actually have both versions of the Necronomicon. So this one is, I think, the more traditional looking one right here. This is actually the one that comes with the Ultimate Ash, that is the Final Battle Ash from Evil Dead 2. And this one, I honestly want to say, just due to the look of it, kind of reminds me of the little book, one of the Necronomicons from Army of Darkness, but it's kind of weird. They're both a little different, so what I could think is that this is actually just kind of their best attempt at doing like an Evil Dead 1 Necronomicon, which looks very, very interesting. I think it's really, really cool and looks really, really well done. I think I like this one better because it's the right size. It's a good size. But this one is a pretty cool little accessory that it comes with. I gotta say, it's really, really awesome. A lot of cool little details, including the face on it. So the next one is Linda's head from Aunt Linda, aka Ash's girlfriend, who he has to kill, who is possessed by the deadites, and really, really good. It looks really, really well done. The sculpting on the head looks really, really cool. The paint apps look really, really cool. It looks exactly like how Linda does within the film, I gotta say, and it looks really, really cool. I love the detail, like the attention to detail, like the little holes right here to kind of give the indication of like windpipes, which is really, really cool. I really love that. It's a really, really cool little head sculpt, I think, for her. And on to the last one. So this is my favorite head piece, I think, accessory that comes with Ash. It is the Deadite Ash look, because it's just such a creepy look, because you don't normally like see really at like the hero in really distress, so it is kind of a cool reverse of where Ash's sister was the first one to get infected by the deadites, and it was kind of cool to see that kind of turn into him, like he was going to get infected by the deadites. Because for those of you who don't know, Evil Dead 2 is kind of like a sly little remake of the original, because they couldn't get the rights essentially to show the original. There was a whole legal battle, which I'm not too familiar with itself, but it was really, really cool that they were just, basically what happens is they just recap the kind of the major beats of Evil Dead 1, then just start a new complete story with Ash, like kind of continue, like having the idea of it continuing after Ash got done killing everybody. Also gotta say, it's on point with the chin right there. Very, very, that's a Bruce Campbell chin right there, which I really, really like. The hair is really, really great on it too. You actually get some kind of yellow, kind of, not dry brushing, I want to say, just like kind of paint right through here, kind of give it a little like more detail and pop. Looks like actual hair, which is really, really cool. So Ash does come with another interchangeable hand. This one actually comes with his evil hand that is bitten by the that is infected and eventually like takes over, and he has to cut it off, which is really, really cool. It's just very easy to put in and out of the figure, which is really, really cool. You just like pop it off. So like right here we have the normal arm. You just pop it off, then it is a simple pop on, and it is a single jointed elbow, but it looks pretty cool. I really like it. It looks really, really good. And also this one does have an interchangeable hand as well, like this. Oh man, that's the point with the Neca joints, but let me just show you. There's like the normal hand before it's really taken over by the deadites infection, I guess. Not necessarily it's like a zombie movie, but before it's infected with evil. And also, here's Ash's hand by itself, which looks really, really cool. This looks really, really well done. I love the little attention to details, like with the bone. Like it looks like the bone is showing off after he cuts it off with a chainsaw, which looks really, really cool. I really wish it was posable so you could do the middle finger, but I don't know if they would be able to do that. And of course, Ash comes with two weapons, of course. He does come with the axe with the green slime on it, of course, because they couldn't get necessarily away with blood at the time of when doing Evil of this one, which was kind of unfortunate, but whatever. But it looks really, really cool. The green blood looks really, really cool. I think it's actually kind of cool how they changed it up from Evil Dead 1. to this one, where it's not like, it's gory still. There's a lot of blood, but it's not necessarily used in a shocking manner in like in Evil Dead 1, where like it's really like horror related. Within this, like whenever you see like large amounts of blood, it's very comedic whenever it's on screen, which I really love, especially when all the frickin' blood pumps out of the house and hits Ash. That one's pretty great, and also when the guy's getting eaten by Henrietta too, as well. And of course, Ash comes with his fake trusty shotgun too, double barrel, as opposed to the single barrel one seen in the original film. But it looks pretty good. It looks a little bit different than the sawn off from Evil Dead 2, like the other Ultimate figure, because of course this is the long barrel before he cuts the barrel off. But it looks really good. Got a cool looking, like, good job of the painting on right here, make it look like wood. I don't know if Ash's shotgun had a silver, like, not barrel, but like, I don't know if this part was silver. I can't remember if it is in the film, but yeah, pretty all good. The Ash comes with a lot of cool accessories, I gotta say. I'm really excited that this one came with so many, because even with the Final Battle Evil Dead 2 Ash, the one that everybody's more familiar with and everybody likes a little bit more, that one doesn't come with too many accessories. All it comes with is the Kandarian dagger, the Necronomicon, and I think maybe a few changeable head sculpts, but even then those head sculpts are pretty great. So let's get into the greater details of Ash himself right now. Here's Ash clearly looking discerned that he chopped up his girlfriend, as he says to himself within the mirror, like the little mirror version of himself. And I gotta say, this is a really cool version of Ash Williams. This is before he truly becomes like the Ash we all know and love within the franchise, the one that we're very familiar with at the end and even the beginning of Army of Darkness. But this Ash figure looks absolutely like the detailing, everything looks incredible. And this is once again a older figure from Neca, which I think technically it's a reissue, so they did change. A lot of details may be different here and there due to like the between gaps between the original release and this release. It always happens, especially with the Neca Godzilla figures, is a big indicator of that. But it's really cool. So if you could tell throughout the whole figure, you get this kind of like green mossy paint throughout the figure, along with the, like, to kind of give it the indication that it's covered in like crappy water, like the dirty water that we see at the beginning of the film, of where he officially become like he's getting pushed by the evil, then the unseen force, and he gets he like does a dive bomb in the little fucking puddle, and he comes out as a deadite. So it is really cool. I really like the detail, the green moss all around. It really makes it pop. It makes it look a lot different in comparison to like Ash, how he does in Evil Dead 1, which is really cool. And specifically just judging that figure, but I'm very excited. But you also, it's really cool because once again, like with the mossy paint, like throughout the whole shirt, you actually do get kind of like dry patches that do look like the traditional denim, which is really cool. Like primarily right here and here, you can definitely tell, which looks really cool. And including right here and along with the arm itself. The arm is really cool. Mainly the right arm, where you see him, which he eventually gets his chainsaw arm, which looks which is awesome. It's one of my favorite moments in the film. But you do, like, it's even then, like where he had cut it off, it's like wrapped in this bandage, which is like this kind of nice white paint, but it has that dry brushing, I should say, and some paint, like kind of mossy paint as well, to kind of show like it's been dirtied up. Ash has been through like 2 hell nights essentially. And yeah, you also get blood splatter throughout, especially up top of the head, which looks really cool. I gotta say, with the face sculpt, it looks a lot like Bruce Campbell, and I really enjoy that. It looks really cool. Pants look really cool too, very mossy, and you also get the sculpted detail of it getting cut from, I forget who it is that does this to Ash. I think it may be Henrietta when he's crawling up the cellar, but I'm not completely sure. It's funny, I should remember, because I barely watched Evil Dead 2 a while ago for October. But you also get that moss appears throughout the whole like pants as a whole, which is really cool. And you got his boots, which look really cool, which I really like. But yeah, there's the pants as well. Look pretty good. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's get into Ash's articulation real quick and see how it is. And for Ash's articulation, he can look up a little bit. He is a little hindered due to his hair right here, but he can look down quite a bit. He can move side to side because it is one of the, since it is an older NECA figure, it isn't on a ball joint itself. It's like kind of on this like stem neck, like this little stem point, not stem. But this kind of like little peg. It's a peg. That's what I can definitely describe it as. It's a peg, so it can move round and round. But it can also rotate around, which is pretty good. His arms move out that far. He does have. They can move up. They can move all around, which is really really cool because they are on that kind of not ball joint, but a hinge. That kind of a cool hinge joint. He does have a single jointed elbow, which is okay because this is an older figure, and I will say, like, usually with the human figures, their single jointed elbows are a little bit better than like Freddy and Jason, where I feel like the Freddy and Jason figures are very much lacking in terms of like how they're able to pose their arms, which is very very unfortunate. Same thing right here. The wrist, the hand specifically here is on a ball joint, like a ball joint that you just plug in, so you can kind of hinge it up and down, move it up and down as you will, which is really really cool. Good. He does have kind of an ab crunch, and it can move side to side and move back as well. No like kind of ab crunch right here, even though this is really before NECA started doing the kind of new modern, like specifically like with the Ash from Aliens 40th anniversary wave, of where that outfit is a lot more pliable and posable, especially like also with like Michael's like suits, like jumpsuits. They're made kind of that same material. This is before then. Like it's very pliable, but I don't think it is nearly as pliable as like a lot of the newer stuff. He can kick out that far. He does have, and he can move out that much because of the. Hence, he also kind of does. You could swivel his leg a little bit, which is pretty good. He does have an ankle pivot, but it is very minimal, and he can move up, down, and side to side. The articulation, this is, once again, it's an older NECA figure, so it isn't, like, if you're comparing this to, like, Ash from not Army of Darkness, from Ash versus the Evil Dead, clearly the articulation on the Ash versus the Evil Dead figure is going to be a lot better than this guy, just because he is a older figure. But hopefully with that Evil Dead 2, that Evil Dead 1 figure, we'll be getting probably, maybe, hopefully 2.0s of this Ash, and maybe the, of course, the Final Battle Ash. So with that out of the way, let's get into some size comparisons and see what he scales with. Here we have Ash compared to some other figures from different companies. Of course, we have the Wicked Cool Toys Noble 6 from the Spartan Collection. We have the McFarlane Bloodsport figure. We have the Ember Collection Elliot Sadler from Mattel, the SH Figure Arts Shin Ultraman, and the Marvel Legends Moon Knight. So you kind of get a scale of how big Ash is. He is about the normal 7-inch scale size for a human figure. He is a little smaller in comparison to like McFarlane figures, even though he is a lot, like, roughly it's actually cool because the Elliot Sadler and him are on par with scale, so the human figures do really, like, if you're comparing NECA human figures and you, like, they fit really well on the scale with the Ember Collection. We have Ash compared to some other NECA figures, particularly some human figures and some monster figures as well. So we have, of course, the Final Battle Evil Dead Ash. This is the Walmart exclusive one that came out, I want to say, 2018. Here we have the 40th anniversary Ripley. We have Blade from Puppet Master, who we reviewed just last week. Scar from AVP. The Black and White Frankenstein, who is our first review. And, of course, probably one of my favorite Jason figures right now. It is Part 6 Jason from Jason Lives. We have Deadite Ash, I guess. I was going to say Evil Ash, but Deadite Ash from Evil Dead, just posing with the axe, which I thought looks really, really cool. Even though he doesn't use any weapons as a Deadite, I just think it looks really, really cool. It adds a lot to the picture, too. But also he's got the recorder, the Necronomicon, and Linda's head down below. So overall thoughts on this figure, I think it's a really, really good older figure from NECA. It's really, really cool that they were able to do reissues of this particular figure, just because it's been out of circulation. I feel like it's been out of circulation for a while, and like those original ones can go for quite a lot. But now, since this guy is widely available, I think it'll be a lot easier to find, and I think it's really, really cool. Once again, it's a really, really good older figure from NECA, and I'm really glad they were able to reissue it. The Deadite face sculpt is probably one of my favorite face sculpts out of this figure. This is probably actually I'm gonna have him on my shelf, just because just the kind of contrast with the regular Evil Dead 2 Ash, which I think looks really, really cool, so it'd be really cool to have them side by side with each other. The accessories are really, really great. Comes with a lot of cool ones. My only complaint is the Necronomicon on this one is a little small, but I think they were just going for kind of the original looking Necronomicon from the first movie, although I could be completely wrong, and this is the right size for the Necronomicon in this one. So either way, I do suggest definitely picking up this figure if you are a huge Evil Dead fan. The NECA, as I said, they're doing the 40th anniversary one, and I think it'll look really, really great. And here's to hoping that we get some Army Darkness figures too. I think that would be really, really cool. I would love a Army of Darkness Ash. But yeah, so that is Freaky Figure Review Friday, gals and ghouls. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. I really, really like this figure, and I'm really excited for the next Figure Review Friday. Freaky Figure Review Friday. I won't say too much because it isn't quite confirmed yet if I'm going to be able to do it, but I do have a backup plan in both figures that I do. Either figure that I review, depending on if I get them or not. I'm going to be very, very excited to get that figure. So. Or I already have it, you never know, and it's one that I'm really, really happy about. So with that out of the way, make sure to hit like and subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you can get notified when we upload What's in the Box Wednesdays, Figure Review Fridays, Mythical Mountain Monday, of course. Haven't been doing those a lot recently just because of just not having a lot of time on my hands. So, and plus I was also in Utah for a week, so there's that going for me too, which, like, once again, not, as I said, not a lot of time on my hands, but I do love doing the figure reviews. So yeah, and who knows? Maybe with Mythical Mountain coming up, I'll talk about something different, maybe comic related, but something in line with the holiday. Who knows? Also, make sure to check out Jack's Pop Guy's new video that he uploaded Wednesday. His Pop Hunt video. I really, really enjoyed it. It turned out really, really well. He all just filmed it on his phone camera, which is really, really cool that he was able to get that great of a video quality out of the phone. Phones are just crazy, so you could expect more of those. You're probably going to expect more of those down the line too, but who knows? We'll wait and see. But once again, guys, thank you for watching. Also, check us out. All our links will be down below. Mercari, Instagram, all that stuff will be down below. Once again, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate it a lot, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. It's spooky and have fun during this whole month of October. Peace, y'all.